Hey, what's going on, family? What it do, man? We come in here today, man. Talk about some of the BS that's going on. You know, I ain't been here in a minute, but I am back. I am back for sure, for sure. Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about a whole bunch of different stuff today. You know, it's Friday. We're gonna get it in. That's what we're doing today. We're gonna get it in. Yeah, first of all, man, we're gonna talk about Trump said that he has the power to deport who who he wants to, not the judge. So now, but basically, what he's saying, he's not following no rules, which we already know that he ain't been following no rules. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna talk about today, man. He's talking about he could deport whoever he want to. So that means just anybody he could just throw up out of here. That's what he's saying. That's what I get out of that anyway. So basically, he talking about he got the power to do it all. And the judge was trying to see if Trump violated his order today. It wasn't today because I wrote this down a few days ago, trying to see if he was following the orders that the judge had gave him. Then Trump was saying that he can deport by law, but the law he's talking about only being used the time of war. In the time of war, yeah, that's the law that he's talking about. But we ain't in no war right here on American soil. So basically, he can't do what he think he could do. I don't know, where he's getting his information from, but wherever he's getting his information from, they don't know what they're talking about apparently, because that law is only you can only invoke that law if it's wartime. And like I say, we ain't in no war in the U.S. right now. So you know, I don't know what that's all about, but basically he's doing whatever the hell he wants to do. As usual. Which we know that's what he's gonna do. And then, like I said, it was only invoked used in the time of war. And then also 10 years of war in uh, 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 10 years of war in Yemen, where they got like over 200 CIA agents. They put basically 10 years of war in Yemen. Okay, so it's been this little war going on down there in Yemen, for the past 10 years. But they basically put the CIA agents' lives in jeopardy because of the defense secretary. I know y'all had to hear about this. Like I say, he put these people's lives in danger because of the defense secretary, uh, uh, Pete Hexet, Hixet, and National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, talking about a bomb in Yemen in a group chat. Now, yeah, you putting either sensitive information or homeland security information. You putting people's lives in danger because you got over 200 CIA agents, boots on the ground down there. So now you talking about what you getting ready to do. You getting ready to bomb Yemen. Okay, you talking about bombing Yemen, which they are already they bombing them now. They are, they bombing Yemen now. But like I say, this was a couple of days ago, and you putting this information and leak this information for these people to get this information to where they are able to get at these CIA agents as well. You putting folks' life in jeopardy by on a group chat called in Yemen. in a group chat that also includes a journalist. They got the journalists on this group chat talking about what they getting ready to do in Yemen. I mean, there's no way that no one should be getting that type of information, that sensitive information like that. And the journalist that was in the group chat, this cat's name is Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor in chief of the Atlantic. So he's in on this group chat. Now, I the name. Let me see. Let me go back and repeat the names that's on this group chat. Pete Hegseth and Pete Hegseth and the National Security Advisor Michael Waltz talking about bombing Yemen on a group chat. Then you got Jeffrey Goldberg, this a journalist and chief of the magazine, is on this call also talking about bombing Yemen in a group chat now. The Atlantic. Walls had set up a group chat on the messaging app called Signal. Called Signal. So they all on this group chat talking about bombing folks and all this stuff, and the information got leaked. And really, it ain't got leaked because you on the group chat talking about it, so different people are able to see them type of things, man. And you playing a dangerous game with people's lives when you getting on these group chats talking about this stuff. This stuff is national security, at the least, sensitive information. And they talking about, they acting like they ain't did nothing wrong. Man, this kind of stuff is crazy to me, man. I can't believe what they be doing half the time. To me, all the people in that administration is what I would call people that's unfit to even do the job. How can you be that irresponsible and get onto a group chat talking about bombing folks and information out there like that, man? It just don't make sense. And then they try to just wash over it like it is no big deal. But it actually is a real big deal when you're talking about people's lives and stuff like that in jeopardy, man. It just don't make no sense to me. I can't understand it. I don't get it. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, family. Hey, man, what do you say? What do you do? But these are the type of people that we got up in this White House that's running our country. And it don't make no sense. And I'm gonna get back to that, but I'm gonna talk about this South African cat, the one 40 years down there in apartheid. Really, he's a neo-Nazi racist. The Elon Musk character. That's exactly what he is. He gets up in here and like I say, man, this is not even an elected official. That's what's so crazy about it to me, with all this stuff that they letting this dude come to our country and do. These are the things that he's coming here doing, causing all this havoc and all this different stuff going on that this man got going. Now, I'm not talking about the stuff in Yemen right now. I'm talking about something else. Elon said he was going to give out 2 checks. He said he was going to give out 2 checks for $1 million each for the Supreme Court election. Elon is the man is a fascist Nazi. That's what he is. Now, where do they do that at? How can you come and you giving out 2 checks for $1 million each for people to go and make sure that they vote in the Supreme Court election? But then they want to talk about fraud and all these different places, man. I don't even understand how you could sit up and be talking about fraud in these different places when you the one sitting up here You committing fraud, you doing stuff that you don't have no business doing. That's like you buying an election. You already bought one election to get this dude up in here. Then you get these people to sell out for this change to go in here to these elections to try to see if they the one gonna win a check. You know, it just don't make no sense to me, man. You know, and money and politics shouldn't even mix. Should nobody be able to get no money from nobody? That way you don't have these lobbyists and all this stuff paying money to make sure that they let this go through and they let that go through. Just like a lot of folks be thinking that when people be making outrageous votes and wonder, why are these people voting for something this stupid? Why are they doing that? Because they being paid. They being paid to vote for it or against it, so that way the corporations can make that money. That's what the lobbyist is. These people be to get this passed or this vaccination pass or this bill, construction bill, like how he's up there, Elon Musk up there stealing all the money with these government contracts and all this kind of stuff, man. But people just act like they blind and don't see it, or they just don't know. So I'm here to let you know today, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. They spending money. You got all these idiot billionaires up here that just because people got money don't mean that they smart, man. It's like other people's ideas. They trust fund babies that get this money and don't know what it is like in the real world to get down here and get it out the mud. That's why they don't care about nobody else. That's why they signing all these executive orders and doing all these different laws, man. That's the reason for that. I mean, this stuff ain't no made up stuff. This is just what it is and what's going on. And folks need to see what's going on, family. And with all these stores and all this, we talking about the segregation law and all that. I hope they do it, because really they ain't the ones spending the money. We the ones spending the money. Their ass will be broke, and it's cool, because I don't care nothing about their products or none of that stuff, man. I don't care nothing about none of these corporations, man. I'm for regular people. I'm not for all this old billionaires and he got money, so I'm praising you. How did you get it? Somebody gave it to you. I mean, man, it's just crazy. Then Elon Musk also went into the federal building to destroy all the evidence they had against him on them government contracts that was a part of his mission when he was going in them federal buildings. You know what I'm saying? A lot he was under investigation behind these federal contracts and all that kind of stuff. He was under investigation, man. So why you think that he wanted to run up in all these federal buildings and do all these different things and stuff like that? Because you're mad at the people that's investigating you. You're mad at the FBI. You're mad at the federal workers. You're mad at everything else because you want to go steal all the government contracts and get all the government contracts for your place of business. The SpaceX and shit like that, man. It don't make no sense, man. This stuff is so see-through. It's like glass. You can see through it. It's like cellophane. You can see through it. It ain't no secret to what's being done. You think when he went in the federal buildings, he didn't get rid of that evidence and stuff that they had against him? You better believe he did. You better believe he did, man. Man, it's real out here. Telling y'all, man, don't be bamboozled by these people and let them pull the wool over your eyes, man, while they out here raping the country in order to do it, they want to make you starve and act like they saving money. That all that money that they trying to block from this medical programs and the school programs and all this kind of stuff, man. That man, they trying to do a raping of the country. Let everybody else starve while they get all the money. And then once they get all the money, guess what? You know, man, what y'all got to realize, family, in chaos, that's the time. In chaos and war, that's the time to make money. You know, because people come up short. They can't pay their mortgages on their commercial properties. They can't pay the mortgage on their homes. They can't do all this kind of stuff. You start the people out to where they losing everything they got. Who you think comes in and buy that stuff? The billionaires. They come in and start buying up houses and commercial properties and anything else just worth something. And then when they selling it, since the economy's going down and everything is people can't afford things, they come in and buy it cheap, and then once after they wait let a few years go by, once after everything, the smoke clear and all the drama clear, guess what? Now that property that they bought for a little bit of nothing, now it's worth a whole lot of something. That's the mission. Cause chaos, make money. Let these people out here starve. Let these they look at us like they think we peasants, but really they the peasants. So you know, through chaos, that's how these folks get richer. The rich get richer and the poor get poor through all the chaos. And that's why everybody wondered why they always crying about, oh, why they can't get no raise, why they don't want to raise the minimum wage to this and that, because they don't want people to be able to withstand stuff when stuff happens, when stuff go down, and the place is in chaos. They don't want the people to be able to hang on. Why? Because they want your stuff. And guess what? I don't care what nobody talking about, because for the simple fact, when you get to buying these places up and these buildings and these homes and these apartment complexes and stuff like that, when you start buying this stuff up, man, guess what? They ain't making no more dirt. They ain't making no another corner. They ain't making that. Because once they got the dirt and they keep that dirt, guess what? They got their land, man. Ain't no more land being built. They building stuff on lands, but ain't no more land to get built. You gotta look at this stuff for what it really is, man. And then, like I keep saying, man, you got this food from South Africa that comes over here and just running our country into the ground with the orange idiot, the carrot man. That they all in cahoots together doing what they got to do, because they don't care, because they ain't gonna be the ones starving. They ain't gonna be the one trying to come back up and start all over again and trying to get themselves back on their feet all over again. You know, you're talking about pull yourself by your bootstraps. Pull yourself by your bootstraps and quit stealing. And then the folks you tell them to pull themselves by their bootstraps, you got to have some boots to pull the straps. So, man, I mean, you know, family, you know, man, y'all got to know what's going on, see what's going on, man. You know, whoever watches this, man, I'm telling you real stuff that's going on. But it's going to get a lot deeper than that. But before it's over with today, I guarantee that. Now we're going to go to the orange idiot. Trump is ready. Trump and them is already bombing Yemen. Yemen, like I said, is already bombing Yemen. The Houthis, they are preparing for a much bigger thing than what they're doing right now They already they bombing these people. They bombing the Houthis right now. You know, and they are preparing for a larger airstrike. Right now, they're preparing for a larger airstrike on the Houthis. Okay, and the U.S. military they're preparing for larger airstrike, and the U.S. military deployed around West Asia. U.S. already sent uh, B-2 stealth bombers in Diego Garcia. They already sent these B-2 stealth bombers. Now these B-2 stealth bombers ain't no joke. You just sent these over into Diego Garcia over in Africa. Okay, and they are planning for something more bigger because the Indian Ocean is talking. These people seeing all this stuff. They seeing this stuff going on, so they peeping game on what they doing, and they know if they bring in this type of firepower, then they know it's something big getting ready to happen. When you see certain aircrafts and these fighter jets and all this stuff pulling up, they know something. These people are sitting here looking at this. They're looking at this go on this island. Okay, okay, for something bigger, because the Indian Ocean is talking because uh, in the Indian Ocean, the U.S. and the U.K. has the U.S. and U.K. has a remote military base, and there has been a lot of intense activity lately. So they over here watching this, go down. They people seeing what's going down over there. They see all this activity going on over there with like I say, with all these military planes and all this stuff, and yet they're already over there bombing these people over in Yemen. Okay, the way that they know the open the open they open the tracker the way they know the open source is the tracker satellite system, what they got up there. That's how they know this stuff is going on as well. You know what I'm saying? So they able to track these different things that's happening, and they tried to uh unsolved movement involving at least seven B-2 bombers. They took off. So they got seven B-2 bombers. They involved at least seven B-2 bombers. I want you to understand that seven B-2 bombers. They took off from Missouri in the U.S. from Whiteman's Air Force Base, and flew nonstop to Diego Garcia in Africa, and was they also had three three C-17 cargo planes. You hear me? Seven B-2 bombers, three C-7 cargo planes, and 10 area refueling tankers, and the U.S. only have 20 B-2 bombers. So you done sent seven B-2 bombers over here, right? Seven B-2 bombers over here, right? But you only got 20 of them. You only got 20 of them. You only got 20 B-2 bombers. Now, 30% of the 30% of the fleet is in Diego Garcia. This these planes are made for. Uh, let's go back. Let's go back. You done took seven B-2 bombers and you only have 20 of them. You have 30% of your fleet over in Diego Garcia in Africa. Now, I mean, that don't make no sense to me. You took all these planes over here for what? Evidently, like they say, they must be planning something big. Then you, like I say, and you took 30% of your fleet over here. And so you ain't just taking B-2 bombers for no reason. But these people done already set it out, and I'm gonna go back to that because all this stuff is already out from this group chat that they had. I know I'm flip-flopping back and forth, but I'm just showing you all this stuff is already out because this group chat you had that got so-called leaked. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to the B-2 bombers. These planes are made for penetrating enemy airspace and delivering heavy payloads undetected is their purpose. So they made to invade airspace. They can the B-2s they can't even be detected, and they made for to go into other people's airspace undetected. You hear me? And their purpose is being done. Their purpose they drop heavy payloads undetected is their purpose. It's been done. This ain't the first time that they to use these. It's been done time and time again in the Gulf Wars and Afghanistan, and the Houthis, same to seem to be the target. The Houthis seem to be the target. Okay, we're gonna move right on along, and then B-2s because they are well versed with the region. So they know that region pretty good down there where they targeting the Houthis at. They know and they're using them. They know how it works. They've been down there. They're well versed on it. They done did this before. It's no secret with they're well versed with the region. The stealth bombers, and they have bombed Yemen before. So like I say, this ain't nothing new. They already did this before, and Trump wants to send a message that he is serious about the Houthis in Iran, and you may wonder why the base is in Diego Garcia. Well, the reason why they got this base over here in Diego Garcia is because the Houthis and Iran do not have missiles that can reach, and the U.S. can be on offense of mode. So basically, they don't have no missiles that they could shoot that could reach these people. That could reach the U.S. So they that's why they chose Diego Garcia. Okay, and they could just go bomb and just fly back out, boop 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 boop, go back over here to the remote location and kick back and chill until they get ready to go drop some more and do some more stuff. So that's the reason why they chose this here spot. You know what I'm saying? And they could be on offensive mode. And the distance protects the island. The distance is 3,500 kilometers. 3,500 kilometers away from Yemen and 4,000 kilometers from Iran. So it's safe from retaliation. So basically, that's what they doing. But see, this is the stuff that was leaked, and all this stuff that they talking about. All this stuff. This was the kind of stuff that they was on this group chat talking about. This stuff is already out here. So it ain't like something like I'm sitting up just thinking about something and giving some information. I'm getting information that I got. And I'm just letting my people know just how stupid these people are and the things that they're doing. And basically you even putting our pilots' lives in jeopardy by even telling the business like the way that they done did and the way that these people are watching and seeing what's going on. So it's just crazy to me. You putting American lives in jeopardy and everything else. And then you down here in this region messing with these people. Why are you even messing with these people? For what? It don't make sense to me. So anyway, the Houthis do not have radar that can detect the B-2 bombers. It's too advanced. So and the Houthis is this group that the Orange Man describes as some terrorists people. But when he say terrorists, I'll take that with a grain of salt because who are they terrorizing? And you just said it was a domestic terrorist to not buy Elon Musk cars and to protest against him and to boycott him. You said that was a terrorist attack. But then you say that January 6th was, that was fine. It was just good people expressing how they feel. So I don't even know if he didn't even know what terrorist is. Just by using his words. So it's crazy to me. And the Houthis do not have a radar that can detect the B-2. It's too advanced. It's too advanced for them. Or other military things like they also got other military defense things just going over there. Military things like the USS call Vision and and accompanied with the destroyer will join the ships as would join the ships across in the coming weeks, and it would be joined. They would join force with the USS Harry Truman. In addition, the F-35 stealth fighter jets. Trump's threatening to blow Iran to smithereens. he sees the Houthis as an extension of Iran and a terrorist group. So he is taking the fight to Yemen. So basically, he's over there and messing with this so-called terrorist group in Yemen, to get it Iran because he feel like they part of Iran. You know what I'm saying? And this happened on this happened on Trump too, not on Trump today in office. This happened when Trump was only in office for 2 days. And that was like January 22nd, 2025. That's when he started this. But this stuff is happening now. So you know what I'm saying? He started all this 2 days in office. It wasn't like he just uh, started to then let it go. He's just intensifying what's going on right now, making these things happen. You know what I'm saying? Increasing different stuff. He's increasing military actions against the Houthis. Since then, at least 17 airstrikes reported last night. So he didn't hit these people 17 times with airstrikes last night. But you know the crazy part about it, this is stuff that the folks ain't hearing about, that they ain't really talking about here, and that's the crazy part. Ain't nobody talking about this stuff. I don't see it on the news. I don't see it on nothing else. But guess what? I'm talking about it today. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what's going on. You know, we having wars and different stuff going on that the American people don't even freaking know about, and everybody should know about it. I don't even know why this stuff is such a hush hush secret. You know, all this stuff going on, and it's been going on since the second day of him being in office, but it's just intensifying. So you got the military and stuff running over here, all up in Yemen and doing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Under his watch, what he's telling people to do. Trump wants to, and like I said, he hit these people with 17 airstrikes reported last night without the B-2 bomber, without the B-2 bomber. So basically, he ain't even used the B-2 bomber yet. So he probably using the other fighter jet to rain down missiles on these people. Trump wants to weaken the Houthis, but the message is for Iran. So basically, you know, he's going over there. You know, he's bombing these people up. You know, doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But really, he, like I say, he feel like they're a terrorist group that's an extension of Iran. So what he's doing, he want to go, go wipe them out the way, you know, and try to get Iran's attention on, look here, man, we coming at you, but like, we know these is your people. That's basically what he's doing. He's softening them up, you know, by hitting the people on the outer perimeter. But that's what he say. He say they terrorists, they this, they that. You know, I don't know. I don't know what these people are, because I don't see them over here doing nothing. Who they terrorize? Okay, you know. So he want to weaken the Houthis, but the message is for Iran. But the U.S. is not the only one flexing muscles. You know, so they down here in these people region doing their thing, flexing their muscles. Like, yeah, we bringing all this here of firepower. We bringing all this stuff in here. We doing our thing. We gonna get at these people. We doing this, that, and the third, right? And every time, the last time he was in office, he had a problem with Iran. Biden got in office and wasn't having problems with him. But you know, this is what he talking about. But like I say, but he's not the only one flexing his muscles. Iran has a underground missile city loaded with missiles. There was two top ranked generals underground checking long range missiles and warheads and all types of rockets, including what they struck Israel with last year. They clearly sending a signal. They are ready for any escalation. So basically, Iran, they got these underground places called Missile City. You know what I'm saying? They got these underground places called Missile City. So, you know, they flex today on news showing, like, look here, man. look, we got these things, and I'll get this off the same news. I got all this other information off of not CNN, not MSNBC, not all that stuff, because they ain't talking about this stuff. They so focused on what he's doing out here. I'm focused on what's going on everywhere, because what's going on everywhere is going to affect us right here at the house. It's going to affect us. Everything that they doing is going to affect us. Tariffs is going to affect us. Wars is going to affect us. Everything that's going on is going to affect us. We're not liked around the world right now. Don't nobody like us. J.D. Vance and his wife went over to Greenland yesterday, and it wasn't a warm welcome. You know, you got all these European countries that don't even mess with us. You know, but you over here messing with these people, and these people let you know, like, man, look here, we got missiles, we got warheads, we got all these things, man. We got some things, man. So it ain't like somebody just gonna let you just come in and wipe them out, you know. And then plus, some of the stuff they got, we probably don't even know that they got, and we don't know how far they stuff gonna reach. Because they said that they was gonna build another missile city every week. Every week. And Iran already said they will make a new missile city every week. They already have have 4 missile cities so far. They already have 4 missile cities so far. I mean, man, we sitting up, playing games with these people and on all this other different type of time, and for what reason? I just don't know, why all this foolishness is going on, man. I don't know why all this foolishness is going on, man. But we're gonna jump back over here to this other conversation that I wanted to have, family, about these other things that's going on, because I made sure that I was going to break down everything that these people was talking about on this group chat. That this is the kind of stuff they was talking about. Team update. This came out on American News. Team update. They're using codes and number 144 ET. Weather is favorable. Just confirmed with Sitcom. We are cold. A goal for the mission launch. This is what they're talking about on the group chat. They got 1215 ET F-18s launched. 1 strike package. How do I get this stuff? How do you even get this kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? This is so irresponsible. But they act like this ain't no big deal. I'm just a regular old American, regular person, and I got this information off of U.S. News. Okay, then you got 1345 trigger base F-18 first strike window start target terrorist is his known location, so should be on time. Also, strike drones launched, MQs 9s, 1410 more F-18s launched, 2 strikes package. Come on, man. 14, 15 strike drones on target. This is when the first bomb will definitely drop, pending early trigger based target. Okay. Then the next one, 1536 F-18 second strike starts. Also first sea base Tomahawk launched. Come on, man. How do you get all this information, man? How do you get on a group chat talking about this type of shit, man? Come on, man. But these are the people that's up there running our country, bro. These are the people that's up there running our country, which it just don't make no sense to me. It just don't make no sense to me. I don't get it. But you holler, everybody else is DEI, and y'all the smart people. I can't get it. I don't get it. Let me go through this, and then I'm a call it a night, family. But a group chat that was also included journalist Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of the Atlantic. Waltz had set up the chat on the messaging app Signal, and appeared to accidentally add Goldberg, who then got front row seat. How you gonna accidentally add somebody to a group chat? I ain't never accidentally added somebody into a group chat on an app. You know who you add in. Don't act like that. This is something that just didn't happen. And he got front row seat up the chat on the messenger app Signal, and appeared to accidentally add Goldberg, who got front row seat as a top official, including JD Vance. JD Vance discussed classified information. The attacks ultimately killed dozens of people in Yemen, including children, journalists, Safa Ali Aham, who has been reported in Yemen since 2010, says that while Washington is obsessing over U.S. national security implications of the group chat, there is almost no criticism. Nobody is criticizing these people for this on this group chat, for getting on this group chat, leaking this sensitive information. All this information I just broke down to you, especially the other stuff where I was talking about the strikes. And this is what they're reporting, and everybody acts like it's no big deal. It's no big deal. Okay, and it is absolutely no criticism of the bombing camping at the heart of the scandal. They are killing Yemens with no recourse for Yemen's themselves, says Allah Ahmad, who notes that U.S. involvement in attacks on Yemen started almost exactly 10 years ago, when a Saudi lead colony began bombing the country with support from the Obama administration. There was actually no legal something under the Constitution for doing these strikes. Okay, and adds Brokaw, I can't pronounce his name, staff writing for Jacobin. Only Congress is actually able to declare war. So man, I really don't understand what's going on. How they able to do this? Like they saying that they can't be doing this by law, and they just over here just bombing the Yemen people. Just like Israel over there bombing and all this other foolishness. And he wants to be so down with Netanyahu. Now you want to go over here messing with Iran. You want to be down with Elon Musk. So you over here messing with South Africa. You want you know anything that got to do with people that just agree with you that's on your nuts, then you want to go and start bombing people and doing all these type of things to these folks. I ain't never heard nothing about what these people did over here. I ain't heard nothing about what the Iranians did. I ain't heard what they did in Yemen. I ain't heard none of that. I ain't heard none of that, man. But I hear you over here when you're trying to protect these people over in Israel and all that. And I'm surprised you are protecting the Israelis anyway, because your friend Elon Musk don't like him. He already gave the salute to Hitler. So I'm surprised you even over there, even, call yourself, but you mad at Iran because they wouldn't stop that program when you was the president last time, when you was in office, and they wasn't going to stop their program. And then you try to cut their money short, and then they went and regrouped and did something somewhere else. Now you don't like it because they got all these people coming in with them to help them, this down with them. So now you got a problem with them because they didn't do what you said do. Man, stop the BS, man. Stop the BS, man. And you over here, with all this stuff, and how are you able to just go out bombing these people when Congress is the only people that can declare war on anybody? You got to have reasons to go to war. Why? Because you on your dictatorship. You don't follow the judge's orders. You don't follow the laws that got to do with the Constitution. You don't follow none of that stuff. All this shit is freelancing, and y'all all on apps and shit like kids talking about airstrikes and all these different type of things, and y'all on these things talking about this kind of stuff, and then try to rub it off and try to act like it ain't really no big thing. But check this out. It is a big thing. It is a big thing. You going places, you killing women and kids and all this stuff. They done already just done wiped out the Palestinians. Now you want to go wipe out some other people. And these countries been in existence for thousands and thousands of years. And you down here all up in the mix like these people can't do this, these people can't do that. Who the hell are you? It don't make sense to me. Don't make sense to me, man. All this stuff is weird, it's crazy, and the American people needs to know about what's going on. Because all this stretching the military out from here to there, from there to here, you're spending taxpayers' dollars on all these bombings and all these missiles and these plane rides. You're spending up money on all this stuff. And there go your fraud and all that kind of stuff. There you go, right there. You doing this stuff because you want to rape these people. You got to say what the people did, but yet and still you saying live. We seem to know about all the bombings you're doing, but you ain't told us nothing about why you in war. Why you going to war with these people, man? Hey, man. Hey, that's gonna do it for today, family. I just had to get on here. I know I ain't been on here for a minute, man, but I'll be back at you this weekend, man. We gonna stay chopping it up and talk about what's going on, man, because ain't nobody else gonna do it. Because I don't hear nobody else talking about these things. I don't know if people scared to talk about it, man. But hey, man, look, man, it's what's going on. It's what's going on. And people need to know what's going on. So you can know where your tax dollars and all this is going. And they already don't want to give you Social Security. They don't want to give your kids free lunch. They want to get rid of the schools. They want to get rid of the Medicare. They want to get rid of everything that help the people to go buy bombs to blow up people and fatten their pockets through all the BS, man. Come on. Hey, man, much love, family. It's AK International, man. I miss y'all. I ain't hollered at y'all in a minute. I miss y'all, man. and I'll be back at y'all, man. And y'all enjoy your weekend. This AK International. Hey, I'm out, people. Much love. Stay safe. Have a great weekend.